Welcome to this edition of CPWN. I'm Clarence Ponsler. Welcome back to the Mississippi Gulf Coast after Monticello Lafayette 2019 that occurred between the 11th and 14th of October. We're 3 weeks later, the day after the clocks went back an hour on this 4th day of November 2019, and it's currently about 4:35 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 hours behind Greenwich Mean Time. Let's take a good sight along the Gulf Coast this Monday evening, or whatever you're watching. Well, here's the Mississippi Sound just in front of you, and then beyond those barrier islands, the Gulf of Mexico. It's a beautiful Monday evening. Looking eastward out towards Biloxi. You see all those hotel rooms and the casinos. I'm a little bit further westward this time. There's Highway 90. There's the spot I'm going to sit down in a moment. And I'm basically directly due south of Gulfport Biloxi International Airport. So if I do get lucky this evening, there may be an airplane that might go overhead of me. And a beautiful sunset shaping up. There may not be too many of these after a long day's work, now that the sunset will eventually be before 5 p.m. in this area for about 1 month. And of course, had to do this for this year. Didn't do it last year at all for this channel. But there's your CPWN Gulfport Biloxi 2019. And I'm currently situated nearby Highway 90 and Courthouse Road in Gulfport. So taking the sights and sounds, there's a pier just to the west of where I'm standing. And just listen to these waves crashing. Over the summer, these waters were infested by some sort of algae, so they had to shut down those beaches here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast for almost the entire summer. They've been back open for swimming activity for the last month and change, maybe nearly 2 months. But of course, we're well into autumn, and soon it'll be winter, so the waters are much cooler to do any swimming activities, but the weather is still nice enough to enjoy a nice late afternoon on the beach. Let's take one more look westward, looking at my shadow that just keeps getting longer. Sunsets are so beautiful this time of year. In fact, eventually, depending on where you're situated here on this coast, you can see the sunset over the water. And that can only be done during the fall and winter time when the sun is taking its southern hemisphere course. Let's take a look, one more view of the Mississippi Sound with the waves crashing along the shore. And that's going to conclude this edition of CPWN. Clarence Ponsler saying have a nice day or evening if it's nighttime. Goodbye.